Our discussion will seek to illuminate pathways where religious insights can contribute to conflict transformation, social justice, and peaceful resolution of differences. We honor the wisdom of spiritual traditions and dedicate those working tirelessly for peace, especially Etherean mission. To our esteemed speakers and panelists, we express gratitude as we be sharing our expertise on these perspectives. To all participants, for your engagement that will enrich this endeavor. Together, let us explore the potential of the role of religion in cultivating a more peaceful world. A world where differences are bridges rather than barriers. Thank you for being part of this auspicious occasion of the Planetary Liberation Day 2025. You are welcome, and I wish we all have a peaceful, engaging deliberation. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Brother Questos Cote, for welcoming us to the 2025 Planetary Liberation Day program. Now, talking about Planetary Liberation Day and world peace, what is it all about? I'm sure some of us are still wondering, what is world peace? I mean, there's so much war, Ukraine, Russia, Israel, Palestine war, and even at the backyard, at the northern part of Ghana, there's war. So is actually peace possible in our lifetime? What can we do? What are we doing? What is the essence of the Planetary Liberation Day? And to help us interrogate and understand this, please help me welcome Sister Philippa Hammond, who will give us the purpose of this gathering and why we are celebrating Planetary Liberation Day. Please, with a round of applause, let's welcome Sister Philippa Hammond.
Good morning and God bless you. The purpose for our gathering today. 24 years ago, the United States witnessed an event that would forever shape its history. On September 11, 2001, 19 men hijacked 4 commercial airplanes, launching coordinated attacks on American soil, leaving behind a trail of devastation. The aftermath of a nation and the world in shock, igniting a desire for justice. The aftermath left a nation and the world in shock, igniting a desire for justice and retaliation. Amidst this turmoil, Brother Ishmael Tete, the director of Conscious Humanity, was in the United States teaching programs for world peace, fueled by his unwavering passion to achieve world peace within our lifetime. Surrounded by the vibrations of war and hatred, and with his birthday approaching on 19 September, he chose not to celebrate, but instead to elevate the pursuit of peace. He then instructed his ministry in Ghana, Etherean mission, to mark the day as Planetary Liberation Day, while he and his American friends observed it. Planetary Liberation Day has since evolved into a global observance, focusing on confronting humanity's profound challenges, fostering inner personal peace and global harmony. Celebrated annually on the 3rd Saturday of September, Planetary Liberation Day has tackled vital socio-political issues, including 1, birthing world peace from within. 2, fostering interreligious and interpolitical harmony. 3, building a family character, a roadmap to world peace. 4, interfaith collaboration for peaceful elections, among many others. Today, the focus is on the role of religion for world peace. Peace is the identification and free expression of our innate potentials. Failure to unlock our potentials breeds disconnection and inner turmoil, leading to external chaos and conflicts. The path forward rests on 3 pillars. 1, a global vision for world peace, uniting us towards its realization. 2, building character for world peace, nurturing peace-loving people. And 3, schooling the senses for world peace, teaching our senses to see abundance and unity within diversity. For deeper insights of these 3 pillars, get a copy of Brother Ishmael Tete's Peace Manual. The promise of world peace within our lifetime begins with each of us. Embrace the purpose of planetary liberation and join the journey towards a more harmonious world. God bless you.
We can do it better for Sister Philippa Hammond. So, we now know what it all means for us to celebrate the Planetary Liberation Day. And we are cruising on into the program. But before I invite a giant to come and expand on the PLD itself, kindly help me to acknowledge the presence of all of us. So, we are all special guests, we are all VVIP, and you are all welcome. So all Ethereans, please give me a wave for being here today. Yes, you're welcome. We also have our friends and partners from the Hindu monastery. Are they here with us? Yes, you're welcome. Do we have the Center for Spiritual Awareness representatives here? Do we have the Hare Krishna movement reps here? You're welcome. Do we have Ekankar, Ghana reps here? Good. We have Jan Cosmic Foundation reps. You're welcome. Do we have reps from the Methodist Church of Ghana here with us? Okay. The Church for Latter-day Saints. Church Universal and Triumph. Okay, a small bit respect to me that they're on their way. So you're all welcome. So join me as I invite a giant on whose laps we have all gathered here. He's an internationally renowned indigenous spiritual leader, teacher, mystic, and author of 34 books. And for over 50 years, he has devoted his life to the transformation of human consciousness through the spiritual principles and laws of nature, and has developed spiritual tools and technologies that show us how to live harmonious lives filled with joy, purpose, and peace. And he is the founder of Etherean Mission International. With a round of applause, please help me welcome Brother Ishmael Tete to introduce the theme for today.
Good morning. Good morning, Ethereans. If you see somebody who is not an Etherean, kill him. Because everybody in the world is an Etherean. Because Etherean simply means heaven. Etherean mission, everybody wants to experience joy. Am I right? So anybody who wants to experience joy is an Etherean. Right. I'm to discuss briefly the theme, what it's all about and why. Deep within everybody is a fundamental test and quest for us to know ourselves, live in harmony with ourselves and with our environment. So you see a child born, and at around 8 months you find them putting their fingers in their mouth, about 3 months. Fingers in their mouths, they tasting the world. They want to explore their world. When they're able to talk, you'll notice them asking questions. What is this? Why? When you tell them why, they say, well, why is that so? They'll keep asking. It's an inborn thirst and drive. Some of the questions and the drive will include, Mommy, who is your daddy? Oh, that's your daddy. And that's daddy's mommy. Ah, okay. And who is daddy's mommy's mommy? And it carries on to God. Okay, God, they say, so who is the father of God? Shut up. That's where most times it ends. You don't ask such questions. Hey, if you ask such questions, you become mad. How about if we were very honest to tell them we don't know? But this is what we know, that we all have need to love and be loved. So let's study how I can give you more love and how you can also give me more love. How about if that becomes the religion of the world? So we can live peaceably with one another, find ways in which we can experience the goodness in one another. We shall then have uniform goals, and we shall have several ways to arrive at these uniform goals. Is it possible today that religions formed out of this test? Because all religions are formed from this same primary test of the child. Why this? What is that? How? All the way, but a parent not knowing will tell you, well, God. Then where is God? And they point to the sky. Of course, we learned it also as children. Our Father who art in heaven. So we always point to the sky. And now with your little knowledge in science, when you point heaven, sky, is heaven here or down there? Because we are surrounded by all of space. So which way to heaven? Religion then will be founded on the principle of what will make the individual happy, settled, and content. That's not what we are seeing or have seen over the centuries. Many great teachers have mounted the podium of life, all the way from the days of Kemet, ancient Egypt, in fact, even preceding that, through Greece, we have had Greek philosophies and philosophers, all the way to medieval times. We've had so many philosophies from Iranian Empire, the Ottoman empires, and so on. All these seeking to bring us to peace. Is it possible for religion to be an instrument for peaceful coexistence? Is it possible? That's what we want to discuss. Because we've had so many shades of confusions from religion. So that is what the program today is about. It is not about any religious sect coming to glorify itself and say, oh, in our religion we do this. No, it's about religion as a whole. It is not about Christianity. And I will gladly quote as a Christian, oh, you know, Jesus taught that love even your enemies. Then Muslims will say, oh, you know what? Islam means peace. And the Prophet Muhammad says, religion must not be by compulsion. We can quote this, but despite Yeshua teaching that love even your enemies, we've had the era of the Inquisition, when many people have been murdered on Christian altars. Despite Islam meaning peace, we've had the days of the jihad. And these have formed the bedrock on which the present religions we are seeing are enculturated. We have enculturated ourselves from these bedrock. So the psyche, the lying psyche of most of the world religions have been the psyche of discord, confusions, and war. Today, we have about 11 or 12 major religions, and each one has thousands of sects. Christianity alone has about 45,000 denominations. Each one claiming to be the right one. And that alone is a recipe for disaster, confusions, and war. And sometimes they tell you, for you to be a good Christian or a good Muslim, you have to make sure that you expand the religion. That's how God, your creator, will be happy. And if that means killing, hurting somebody, we do not care. So this program is not about religious bodies coming to present us with papers. We are rather going to discuss and find out, can religion as a whole, not Christianity, not Islam, not Buddhism, but the word religion. Because if we will really count, religion simply means something you do religiously. And everybody has something he or she does religiously, different from another person. Therefore, if there are 8 billion people on the planet, there are actually 8 billion religions on the planet. But we have, in our traditions, we say culture. In the Ghana tradition, we say kusum, kusu. In other words, character of a group. So we can always form groups and find what unites us. So if deep within we ask ourselves, what is religion really all about? I believe we shall all realize that we have one fundamental answer. Every religion is seeking to provide the individual with access to himself so that he can find inner harmony with himself, herself, and also relate well with his environment. Environment means with other people around him. With the air you are breathing, with the water you're drinking, with the earth you're walking on, with the sun that shines upon you. We want to live in harmony with ourselves and our environment. Unfortunately, we do not see this happening. So today, we are going to find out in what way can we experience the primary quest and test of everybody. When you ask any religious person about his goal, he will tell you, I want to be religious so one day I'll go to heaven. And every religious person will tell you he believes in God. When you ask him the definition of God, it's very strangely, every definition is about the same. The creator of heaven and earth. Who is God? Creator of heaven and earth. Yet we have the same Islam God, creator of heaven and earth, Christian God, creator of heaven and earth, traditionalist God, creator of heaven and earth, and yet we are fighting. So many discourse. Families are breaking. So we shall discuss this under 3 main questions. What are the root causes of religious extremism? And how can religious leaders and communities address these issues to promote peace? This particular quest is for us to address the present issues that we see. Underlying most of the wars and confusions in the world is religion. Today, at the press of a button, we can destroy the whole human race. And if we do, the planet will carry on. When we destroyed Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and we even thought that nothing will grow there again, today we have fertile lands right there. Nature is powerful. Well, that's another topic for another day. Question 2 will be, what must religion be or do to be an instrument of peace? This is to take us away from, I'm a Christian, Muslim, Buddhist. What must religion as a body, as a drive or quest for inner peace and living harmoniously with ourselves, what must it be or do? So that we can see whether we can have a common platform, a common message that can be adopted by every religious body on the planet. Can we create a religious brand character that can be pasted in every religious space. So when you walk in, you know that you are welcome to the temple of oneness, where everyone, irrespective of their race, creed, or culture, is celebrated. Can we have some brand character elements out of this? And the third question is, now that we've done the 1 and 2 being most important, the third is, how do we measure? Let's discuss some ways which we can measure that this religion, when you join this religion or this religious denomination, you are in the right place because they promote what the human soul, what the human person is seeking. So we want some form of measurement. Beyond today, when we have finished the discussion, and we think that we shall have the discussion in 2 parts. The women will be here in this temple. The men will all move from here and go to the hospital complex. And then we're going to discuss under 2 groups. We'll have scribes who will take the records, and we come back. We just have about 40 minutes discussion. And when we come back, we'll have able panelists to listen to what you've come out with and see what we can filter. This is why we will pray the indulgence of our able panelists, distinguished teachers of religion, to continue this journey with us. Because beyond today, we shall entreat your indulgence as panelists to continue with us, or allow us to continue to connect with you, for us to discuss what we have come out with, to create a document of peace that may be presented to the various religious bodies, their great councils, both local and on the international levels, so that this could probably circulate all the way to the United Nations. We now, fortunately, through our prayers, we now have at least an institution of peace in the United Nations. Can we invite them to look at this document that we are about to create? It will be the beginning of a document that probably may take several years to finally develop. But the Million Miles Journey starts with the first step, and that step is being taken today with us. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Brother Ishmael Teta. We can do it better. So, with the tone set, and let me rehash the 3 questions. What are the root causes of religious extremism, and how can religious leaders and communities address these issues to promote peace? What must religion be and do to be an instrument of peace? And the third one, what metrics or indicators can be used to measure the effectiveness of religions as peace-building institutions and bodies? Now, one thing that you didn't know, if you are a visitor here, is that Etherean Mission is a teaching center. We just don't say, we interrogate, internalize, discuss, so that at the end of the day, we leave here being part of the teaching. So we are going to go into group discussions, and we are going to do that using gender, male and female, because the men think in a linear way, the women think in a secular way. So we are going to see how the genders, think of these 3 things, and at the end of the day, we'll come back together, then have a panel discussion where I invited religious leaders, faith-based leaders, will now give and share their perspectives on it. So to do the gender-based discussion, we are going to have all the men to my right, this side, and the women will be to my left. So the leaders, Sister Philippa Hammond, who is leading the discussion for the women, please, if you can take your position. And Mr. Brother Wayne Collison, who will lead the men, if you can take your position. And for the next 20 to 30 minutes, we are going to have this discussion as we begin to be emissaries of peace. So thank you. So we are moving into group discussion. So please feel free. The ladies move, the men move, and the organist give us some humming rhythm at the back to usher in into the group discussions, please. Thank you. And please, let's all feel free to join the group discussion, each and every one of us, because our voice matter in this. Thank you.
Thank you.